I wanted to come on here and briefly talk about the Miss Universe pageant. Now, I didn't watch the pageant at all. I don't watch stuff like that. So when I hear about it, I'll just hear about it. So as you can see right here, well, the Miss Universe pageant is like the biggest pageant that any woman can compete in because it's you going against almost pretty much every nation around the globe. So it's a lot of women that are competing to get that title. And this woman right here, whose name is Zozabini Tunzi or Tunzi, I'm not sure if I pronounced her name correctly. I'm sure someone will correct me. She represented South Africa and she won Miss Universe 2019. Now, look at how gorgeous this woman is right here. This is the ideal look of what I would like to see more from black women. Natural beauty. This woman could have went above and beyond and did all the extracurriculars through the fake hair on herself and then, look like everybody else. But she stood out. Now, I don't know what the other contestants, what all the other black contestants look like, but she stood out to me in some way or fashion. And apparently she stuck out to the judges as well, just on her looks alone. Now, of course, when it comes to these pageants, it's more than just looks, but let's be real here. A lot of them are very superficial, and looks and body image is definitely key. Now, I remember a couple years ago, I think another black woman had won Miss Universe, and I think she represented Jamaica. And I remember her vividly. She had brown skin, she had her fro out, and I remember she was wearing this bright yellow dress. I've always said that bright colors, especially yellow, always complement better on more darker to brown toned women. Nothing to take away from the ones who have lighter skin, but those are the ones who I think wear darker colors well because it complements their skin. And she won. I think she did win. I'm not sure if she did. If she didn't, she got highly placed, but she was definitely heavily talked about. But back to her. Also, this was the taping for this pageant was actually at Tyler Perry Studios. So history got made for Tyler Perry that night, in which he hosted a pageant for the first time on his lot. So Tyler Perry, despite what you feel about the guy, is definitely making moves out here. But I wanted to congratulate her on her win. I'm sure she will hold that title well. And I think it came down between her and Miss Puerto Rico, if I'm not mistaken. But one thing I wanted to say is this. Looking at this imagery right here and her getting this title, the world, I believe, on a major scale recognizes black beauty. I think by now they recognize it. The thing is, many black women, especially those here in America who are American born, don't recognize their beauty because they've seen so many times where they feel like they have to, do the whole self-hating thing, get the skin lightening cream and always throw packs of weaves in their hair. And most of the time it's not even their hair texture. Look, if you're going to throw a wig or a weave on, at least let it be the texture of the hair that's growing out of your head. That's what many of us have been saying if you're going to wear a weave. Because I've always heard many women say, oh, I don't want to do my hair because it's going to take too long and everything like that. Just chalks it up to being lazy. This woman here has a nice low cut that's nicely, cut and conducive to her hair. She kind of reminds me, when her low cut like that, she kind of reminds me how Lupita was when she first came onto the scene, because Lupita had the short cut sort of like that as well. But like I said, the world knows of your beauty. They know it by now. It's just that many of our women don't realize how beautiful they are in their natural, let me say that again, in their natural state. It's a shame that it took a pageant for people to realize that. But when you have systems in place, they says that you're not pretty or you're not beautiful, or this is the standard of beauty and this is not, this is what happens. Now, I'm not going to sit here and say that just just because she won this pageant that you're going to become the standard of beauty overnight. It's just the fact that she won this pageant over other people because she did well. She did great. It took, like I said, it took more than just her looks to get to this part. She had to have some brains behind that as well. That's another thing. Some people have beauty but no brains. Or some have brains and lack beauty. Apparently, this woman is excelling in both of them, because how far she wouldn't have gotten that far without either one. But yeah, that's pretty much all I wanted to say. Congratulations to her. And like I said, the world knows how beautiful you are. It's just the fact that you have to internalize that you are beautiful as well in your natural state. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this down in the comments, and I'll talk to you in the next one.